Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, I've got some editing done on the computer. Been sitting on my duff a little too much today. But I'm going to go out to the tiny house and see what Chris is up to. I think he's working on all the fillers and everything for the cabinets and the end pieces, the cover pieces. So I want to go out and see what he's doing, and I think I'm going to vacuum out the utility room and see if we can wrestle some of those food vaults into there and kind of plan how I'm going to put those in there and how many I can fit. But before I head out there, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. My little apprentice is ready to go too. In and out and in and out. She does that all day long. I think she likes the fact that the weather's nice now, and she thinks we should just be there to open and close the door non-stop. She'll see some chickens and come running back to the door and want to be let back in, but Rusty seems to be kind of ignoring her, which is good. I'm hoping that at some point in time we don't have to worry so much about him attacking her. Like I said in previous videos, she's deaf now, so she can't hear him coming, so it's pretty scary. You can imagine if, if you're 5 foot or 6 foot tall and there's a 6 foot chicken attacking you with claws like his, it would be pretty scary for my poor little baby. But anyway, let's go see what the carpenter's up to. You're looking pretty sad with no points on your comb. Oh, look at you, tough boy. You leave her alone. Sadie's over here, so go on, go on, go on. Come on, Sadie. Come on, baby. Oh my goodness. Now she's just got to wander off, so I have to stand guard here. What are you doing? Don't peck at my rosemary. That's the only thing surviving. No, don't peck it. Don't you dare come after me. Get. Gonna have to take this rosemary inside the tiny house. You bad boy. Get out of my rosemary. Well, you can eat the worms if you find any worms in there. We had to bring them out because we were finding worms. Yes, you're a bad boy with a funny looking comb. You are a funny looking boy. Oh, all the girls have to come up and join you now. No, don't pick my rosemary. You can see how much grass is exposed now, and the chickens are just loving this. But I don't know where my baby went. She went out back somewhere because she's afraid. Now I don't know where she is. Gotta find her. You're a big, bad, mean rooster. Yes, you are. So I just finished vacuuming and removing evidence of Chris's crimes. He had my whole pretty stove completely covered in MDF dust from cutting the panels. Chris was just saying he can take the big shop vac, put it in the trailer now because there's room since we took these out of there. So he's got the panel cut for the side of this cabinet. The little spacer for here. The little spacer up there done. All these little things that need to be done. And I think this is still a leftover piece. That might be the panel for down here. And then this one is for the upper cabinet. I think he had to cut a piece of wood for here because that panel wasn't enough to do. If you cut this all of it out of it, then it wouldn't have been deep enough to do the other stuff. So that one's going to be cut out of tongue and groove and painted to match the wall. I mean, it's so hidden in there anyway, it doesn't really matter. And he also got this boxed in too. So lots of little things done. Got my pretty stove all vacuumed off. My goodness. Not sure if I'm going to light it today or not. It is kind of chilly out. But we're going to be opening and closing the door, bringing all of those food vaults in, so don't know if I want to be bothered wasting the firewood. Brought the two, I think there's a little bit of thyme still growing on here. Brought these in from the picnic table. We were finding little worms in the house. Really gross. And I think this might have got a bit of frostbite, but the roots will be good on it. It's a really nice rosemary plant. So just saved that, brought it in here. Oh, I mean, sometimes it's colder in here than it is outside, so I don't know if I saved it or not. So really getting impatient waiting for these cabinets. But gotta get that painting done so Chris can get the trim put on there. And once these panels are done, again, it's stuff that's out of the way too, that we're not constantly having to move. So we got the biggest bags, and the bags of stuff that haven't been put in the vaults and the vaults themselves in here. That one's flour. I've got a couple with rice already in it. I got this rice. Can't have too much rice. Well, there's a global food shortage coming. Anyway, this is what we wanted to do, is figure out, these ones are so full and so heavy. So we've basically, they can go this way, but if you stack them, they do collapse because of the weight. So they're not meant to really be stacked, unfortunately. The indentations and everything make them nice to stack, but they will, if I put a full one on this, it will cave that in. And then it's really hard to get a hammer in there to bang it back into shape. So we are going to put them this way. If they're down that way, they stick out further too and would impede the door. So we are going to have to put wooden shelves in here for the next row. And yeah, that's going to be fun, because then the shelf is going to, we're going to have the shelf high enough that it doesn't get in the way of this one. You'd have to slide it out to refill it, but when they are facing this way, they are easier to refill and easier to scoop stuff out. So I thought I had more, but I've got 10 of these, so we're gonna go 4. This one's not gonna be here because we've got to have room on the floor this way for the batteries for the solar system. So this is why we wanted to bring them in here, to see kind of how much space we've got. So we're going to go 4 wide and go 3 rows high, and that way that'll get all of them. And then, like I said, I can put a shelf up by the ceiling and put all of my like my pressure cooker and canning pots and everything up there that I don't use that often. And this way everything, like pantry items, like I said, I put white sugar, brown sugar, white flour, coconut flour, and rice in these. So I've got, you know, a ton stocked up. And then on this side, like I said, I'm going to have the freezer and the washer and dryer. So it's really going to be a matter of using what shelf space I have, or what wall space I have for more shelves, like for up here. And of course more shelves here for other pantry items, like the rack that's in Chris's 20-footer that he wants out of there. So this is why I need so many drawers and so much cabinet space, because I have so much stuff. And then of course the rack, the bookshelf that goes here that I'm going to paint white, will hold my cookbooks and maybe some other miscellaneous items. And then of course those 3 cabinets, like I said, that are up there, you know, they're 30 inches wide each by 20 inches high. So that's almost like having a whole pantry above the window out of the way. So I know, again, it doesn't seem like an awful lot, but we are pooped from just wrestling these things in here. So now we got to build the shelves to put these on to get them all out of the way. But the main thing is they're out of the way so I can get to the tub. I guess I better get this thing closed up, or we'll have chickens getting locked in there and getting end up pooping all over the place in here.
You want to do it? Oh, see?
Oh, is it hooked?
The yellow one is.
Chris has got the wires going up here for the temporary power. So I had to get those out of the way before we close the door back up. Keeps them up off the ground and out of our way. You see, when I go looking for something, this is where I have to look for it. This is like the bookshelf that, like I say, I've got my cookbooks and everything, and they can go in the kitchen. So these boxes will have to be moved out of the aisle now. Basically, you know, I go digging in these skids for something, and these boxes will all have to be moved out of the way, because at the very, 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 very back is the bathtub. That's where the bathtub is. So we took one rack out of here. This stuff will have to be moved out of the way, so this safe can be moved down to be able to get the tub turned around and out of there. It's not heavy. It's just in an awkward spot, and in the worst possible spot that it could be. You know, I didn't expect to be building a new house. Or a tiny house or anything else. When I had to sell my place, I didn't really know where I was going to go or what I was going to do. And like I said, I just thought, well, if I'm going to do this again, we've built so many houses, garages, buildings, and then the other tiny house, and I thought, if I'm going to do this again, I might as well do it on video and put it on YouTube for, you know, other people that are either inspire other people to do it or help them with, you know, seeing what we're doing, and maybe learning a little bit and being able to do it themselves. So, and the the doorway going through to the other side is right here. It couldn't be right there where you could just wheel stuff out of the way. No, it had to be right here. And the reason for that is because, of course, this area down here, this end of this sea can is going to be my bedroom, so the bedroom window will be in the framed wall looking out there, and then the so everything in this first skid has to be moved out of the way because the doorway is right in there, the passageway from the other side, and then this whole area here is going to be living room. So this skid, we only have to move this first skid out of the way, but there's another really big problem hidden behind this stuff, and that is my Pilates machine that is about 8 feet long. So it goes from down there all the way down to here. Doesn't that sound like fun? Doesn't that sound like lots of fun to have to move that stuff and figure out where to put it temporarily? It tires me out just thinking about it. It tired me out just getting those food vaults out of here. Anyway, had to get it done, and now we can get on with trying to get the tub out of here. That's the next big thing. And of course, I was just saying to Chris, after moving these, I'm having muscle spasms in my back, and I'm always moaning about needing my tubby. And I sure do need my tubby after doing that today. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Nothing too exciting today. It's exciting to me because, again, it gets me one step closer to getting back there to get my tub out. But anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I should have put the camera on the tripod to get us old people moving these things, because it was pretty funny watching me get behind them from the very back and push them all the way up here. That's one of the benefits I found as an old woman. When you've gained 100 pounds over what you used to be when you were young, you can throw your weight behind stuff like that, and I do. Anyway, done for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.